What's going on, guys? So I am driving about 2 hours and 20 minutes to go pick up another street bike right now for fucking dirt cheap. So I'm gonna make the drive, and I don't know if the guy wants me to record while I'm buying the bike, but so we'll see. If he does, I'll record. If not, then I'll get back to when the bike's loaded in the truck and I'm driving home. But yeah, the bike's a 2003 Yamaha R1, and it seems to be in really good shape, which is great, and the mileage is pretty low. So I'll tell you the price after it's in the back of the truck, and I'm on my way back. But like I said, everything, it sounded good when I heard the video of it, and so I know it does need a clutch, but the guy says he got one for it, he just hasn't installed it yet. But I should still be able to ride it, and I'll be able to tell just by how it feels, because I've rode bikes where the clutch was shot and we had to replace it. So yeah, so I'm pretty souped. Hopefully everything works out like it should. Alright, so let me get back to the big old drive. Alright guys, we got the bike loaded up. Got this thing for $1,000. It started right up, it runs good. Everything functions as it should, but we just gotta replace the clutch. But I'm gonna try something before we replace it, because I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, fucking good find, right? Fucking good. Alright guys, so we finally got it back home after about almost 2.5 hour drive back. It does have some scratches on it. I think I dropped it a little bit, scraped up there, but you can easily sand that down and paint, and that's good. Have to get new fairings for it. It's a shame, because these were, well, they are OEM fairings, but as you can see, I broke that off and it's got a scratch there. I don't know if I might be able to fix that up if I sand it a little bit, but son of a bitch, cracked the headlight. Well, that's all right. What are you gonna do? Yeah, $1,000. Not bad. It's only got 10,000 miles on it. And this side's actually pretty clean, surprisingly. Yeah, the big old muffler, because that's how they did it back in the day. Yeah, so I'll start this thing up, and then, obviously the tank will have to get repainted, because this thing's been fucking, whatever, it is what it is, But, yeah, 10,000 miles in it. It should start right up, I think. So we're done for the night, and she's packed in the garage next to the 2020 S1000RR, looking beautiful as always. But I think I really found a diamond in the rough, guys. Yeah, I think this thing is gonna clean. Besides the tank, which needs new paint, whatever, it's not a big deal. I really think I found a diamond in the rough. Little things here and there I noticed. For example, is the headlight is a little bit cracked right over here, and if I gotta get a new pair of headlights, it's really not a big deal, but I could definitely ride like this for a bit if I wanted to. So, and mirrors are cheap. I actually have a set in really good shape, so I won't have to worry about that. But I have a feeling this thing is gonna I'm telling you, watch when I clean this thing up and actually really clean it, and this thing's gonna fuck it. I'm telling you, this thing is gonna be super clean. I mean, it only has 10,000 miles for 2003, so obviously it was parked for a while. And we have another tank here. Got the Corvette. I'm gonna put that thing on the charger, and the other R1. But this was a tank that the guy had, and it's definitely rusted for sure. So I'll get some vinegar or something, or whatever the hell it is, to get rid of the rust. And this would be a pretty good tank. Obviously the fuel pump's not on there, but yeah, I mean, dude, that thing is not bad. $1,000, and that's crazy. And the it seems to run good. Like I said, we'll find out. But yeah, so I'm pumped to bring this baby back to life, and she'll be a great bike. I might have to keep it for that cheap, to be honest with you. If I play around with it and it doesn't need a new clutch, which isn't really expensive. I mean, the front tire is spanked already, so we'll have to get a new one of those, but that's fine. It's got a brand new back tire, so of course I'm going to change the oil anytime I get a bike from somebody. I don't care if they fucking told me that they changed it fucking, you know, right the day before. I always change the oil, and of course I would suggest everybody else do that as well, because you never know if they're telling the truth. I mean, yes, you can look at the oil from the sight glass to see how it is, but you know, you won't really know what kind of oil they actually used. And of course you want to use good stuff in these things to, you know, keep them running good and lasting a while. So yeah, I'll definitely change the oil and then take the fairings off, you know, put engine degreaser on it. Even if I might not even have to. I'm sure it's a little dirty, but we'll clean it up, and then we'll see how she is. So alright guys, so I pulled this out finally in the daylight, so I kind of see really what's going on with it. Like I told you a second ago, front tire spanked, but it's got a brand new Michelin Pilot Power 2CT, which is a great tire. I've used that tire plenty of times, and you know, I'll get the same one for the front when I replace that. So the exhaust, I'll get this thing a mirror after I polish it. I mean, it's still got a little bit of shine into it. Like that thing will look brand new. Same with this little pipe with all this crap on it. Like this will look like brand new chrome when I'm done cleaning it. And like I said, I'll clean it up. It's really not that dirty, to be honest with you, over there. I'm checking out stuff now. It's really not that bad. The shock looks pretty clean, so which is good. Maybe I should probably flush the brake fluid, depending. And like I said, turn signals work. OEM seats. This is all OEM stuff. Obviously, the tank. Like I said, I repaint that. Since the old tank was rusted that you saw in the garage, I guess he just got a used tank with a good fuel pump or swapped it out, whatever the heck it was, doesn't really matter. But you know, tiny little scratch right there. I can fix that up, no problem. Like I said, so the fork seals are not leaking, which is good, and the pads have a good amount of life. Like I said, I have the mirrors already. The only thing that's aftermarket that I really see besides the slip-on is the grips, but these are pretty cool. They look good, so I'll keep them on there. And yeah, so the stator cover, I'll show you that. So you're like, oh, I know it looks kind of bad right now, but trust me, when I've already done one of these where I just hand sanded it, and the thing comes out mint. You won't even be able to tell after I paint it, and well, especially after I sand it, because it'll be smooth as a button, and you won't even have those scratches. But chain seems to be okay, so I'll clean that up, lube it, and just make sure it's tight to spec. But yeah, overall clean. Obviously the key works for all three. I'm gonna have to put a little Bondo or something on this tank, because this tent was dented at some point, so whatever, not a big deal. Yeah, things clean. So here's the great thing. After I made that quick little video last night, this morning I was looking at it and I'm like, why this thing has 10K miles? I'm like, why the hell does the clutch feel so hard, you know, to pull in, a little harder than normal for sure? And lo and behold, so this adjuster right here, this thing was out like to here. It was out like 3/4 of the way, and I'm thinking, I'm like 10,000 miles, there's no way that this clutch is burnt out. And I get it, yes, it could be. If you beat the really shit out of it, it's definitely possible. But yeah, so it was very tight when I was trying to screw this back in. And so I just put some WD-40 in there, and then just took, you know, some vice grips, and I turned it all the way in. And now the clutch lever has that little tiny bit of free play that you want, and it feels a lot smoother. And I took it down the road, and I went through all the gears, and I got up to like 6K, and usually that's when it should start slipping. But Obviously, I have to really take this thing on the highway to make sure the clutch is not slipping, but I can almost guarantee, well, at least I hope that the clutch is still good. So, all right, guys, so this is gonna do it for this video. Now, like I said, I'll start cleaning it up really good, and I'll get a video after I'm done cleaning it up, just to kind of show you how much more, you know, shinier this thing and how much more better it's gonna look after it gets a good detail. I'll see you guys in the next video. But before I go, obviously, let's just do a little sound clip. 10K miles, 10,500. Obviously, it's warmed up ready. All right, guys, see you in the next one.